wrestler's star has now been acknowledged by the Olympic body, the IOA, or the Indian Olympics Association, and they are expected to hold a key meeting at 5:45 p.m. This is going to be a virtual meeting, and this is happening right after the wrestlers wrote to PT Usha, who is the chief of the Indian Olympics Association. She is the IOA president, and must I also share with our viewers that as IOA president, she tweeted yesterday, late last evening, where she said that the welfare and well-being of athletes is the topmost priority for IOA, and she also said that there is going to be a complete investigation to ensure justice, and there was a special committee to deal with this that was formed. I will quickly want to go across to my colleague Karishma, who is joining me live on the broadcast. Karishma, appreciate you joining us as well as sharing minute-by-minute updates on this. So from what we know, it is a Times Network exclusive that the IOA is expected to hold an important meeting at 5:45 p.m. We also know this is going to be virtual. Can you share some more details of what we have? Is this anything to do with the committee? Has it already been formed to probe this matter? And do we expect for them to then also press, sort of brief the media after this meeting?
Well, Raksha, yes, we will break it down for our viewers. The meeting is going to take place at 5:45 p.m. between the IOA officials. They are going to deliberate on the key demands of the wrestlers that they have put across in the letter that they wrote to PT Usha, who is the president of the Indian Olympic Association. What are the four things that they want? One, they want the disbandment of the Wrestling Federation of India. Second, they want the resignation of Wrestling Federation of India President Mr. Brijbhushan Sharan. Third, they want a committee to look into the sexual harassment complaints that have been made by wrestlers like Vinesh Phogat and Sakshi Malik. And fourth, they want that there should be an entire new setup at the Wrestling Federation of India office. There should be no current member in the system be a part of the new WFI. Now, IOA, of course, is going to debate and discuss over all these four demands that have been made by the wrestlers. They want the IOA to fulfill this, but can they? That is a big question. They will have to, of course, follow the legal process. There is the Olympic Charter that is involved in it. They have to follow due process before de-recognizing any federation, but we will have to wait and see what is going to be decided in that meeting of the Indian Olympic Association, which will, of course, be held virtually and will be attended by the top office bearers, which is President PT Usha, Vice President Gagan Narang, Joint Secretary Kalyan Chaube, amongst all other officials who are going to be a part of this meeting. What we're expecting is that after that meeting, there is going to be an official statement as well that is going to be released by the Indian Olympic Association on what sort of action will be taken against WFI, and the committee that is going to be set up. There is going to be deliberation on the names as to who is going to form that committee, and it is going to be a major demand that women representatives be also there in that committee, because we are talking about allegations of very serious nature, sexual exploitation, Raksha.
Right, Karishma, there was also another, so just to wrap it up for our viewers, once again, please stay with us. I will come right back to you. But so from what I'm understanding from you, Karishma, there's going to be a virtual meeting at 5:45 p.m. of the Indian Olympic Association, and it will be chaired by the chief, who is PT Usha. But Karishma, you know, some very important points you shared. What about the sexual harassment committee that was already apparently a part of the WFI? Is there going to be a lot more discussion about sort of having such committees, having a sexual harassment redressal committee across athletic bodies? Is this something that is probably on the agenda of this meeting?
Well, it will have to be because they have to safeguard the interests of female athletes. In fact, if we remember, some months earlier, there was a sexual harassment scandal that had broken up in the Cycling Federation of India, after which Sports Authority of India had done a Zoom call with all female athletes across disciplines, asking them if they were facing any sort of issues with regard to sexual harassment or mental torture or physical torture, and all athletes at that point in time had said a no to that. And that is also something that the Wrestling Federation of India is using in its defense, that if 6 months ago there was no problem, then how come there are complaints of sexual exploitation now? The timing is being questioned by the WFI, but of course nobody can put pressure on any female athlete she can decide when she wants to come out with her side of the story or when she chooses not to. But that being said, it is going to be very, very important to see how the Indian Olympic Association is going to respond to these allegations, because WFI itself has a sexual harassment cell of which Sakshi Malik is a part. So WFI also saying that did Sakshi Malik receive any complaints of sexual harassment, and if she did, what did she do about it? So all of this is going to be under consideration when the IOA officials meet at 5:45 p.m. and it is going to be a long meeting, I expect, because they have a lot to discuss and debate and then tell the media what has been decided.
Karishma, thank you so much. Appreciate you joining us live on this broadcast, sharing all those details, and we will come back to you after the meeting to get more information. Thank you for joining us.